Our state in the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Chicago Bears and the Dallas Cowboys. With fall around the corner, football is back, America, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is taken about 7 yards deep, and no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now Trubisky on first down, buying time to his left. And avoids the contact by sliding. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, second and 3.
Five. 18.
Now it's Trubisky into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42, and he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10.
Check Mike. 58 to Mike, 58 to Mike.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Forced out to his left. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive gain. Second and 4. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone, and that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Right. 58 to Mike. You better be afraid of me.
And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. It's their quarterback with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
We got this.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They had the auspicious beginning to the season, a first drive turnover. Now they'll try again here, first and 10. The run there on first down gets them a yard to the 26. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's second and 9.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The last play got just a yard. Here's second and 9 from the 26. throwing here, Trubisky. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Caught by Cobb. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The end result, 21 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
So now then, the penalty's got him set up with a first and goal. Now a handoff here to his running back. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A good run, 8 yards there, and it'll be second and goal. Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on second and goal? And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. It's their quarterback, making quite a splash with his second touchdown in his NFL debut. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Marr on for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically they're
under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The tank, DeMarcus Lawrence with a sack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's second and 20. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on third down.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. Oh, they stopped him shy of the marker, thought they were bringing up fourth down, and then that penalty.
Let's face it, they thought they had bent, but could absorb that, right? Instead, they broke as a result of their own penalty.
A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. Now Trubisky to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And here's another interception, the third of this first quarter. Read it well, and it's picked. They're going to take it all the way up near the 30-yard line. So more problems here in this first quarter. Already 2 scores down, and here they give away the football.
And if I'm the head coach, I think it's time to start lighting a fire under some of these guys. Now, you have to do it within your personality. They can't perceive it as fake. But I'd go get after some guys because they don't look ready to play to me. They look flat, uninspired. It's time to get moving.
The drive will start with an option going left. Not even a chance to pitch that one as he's swallowed up in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
Let's go. 18 Gator, 18 Gator. That's the pass. Here we go. Here we go.
From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. And once again, he's going to be stopped up behind the line. 2nd straight play. Shades of the 85 Bear defense a little bit.
It's now 3rd and 15.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
45.
Looking to throw. And he'll have his man. That's Cooper. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper, 77 yards. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Boy, these guys are off to the races, Charles. 20-0 already, extra point pending.
Yeah, you always hear that term. They just boat race someone. Heck, it's car race, motorcycle race, plane race, whatever you want. Right now, they are sprinting past them.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On 1st down, they go right back to Cohen. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Watch twins. Watch twins. Alert, alert. Alert, alert. Smooth. Alert, alert. Alert, alert. Watch the ship. Watch the ship.
Gets it to Gabriel on the jet sweep. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Get up. 180. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. 44. 44. 44. Down to lose 1. 42. 44. Come on.
On 3rd down, Trubisky. And that is incomplete. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. 21-0, our score after 1. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused.
Must have.
It had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty each and every time.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. That's sacked by Khalil Mack.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Go 58 to the mic. I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over. Gotcha. 58 to the
They'll look to throw here. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. They'll drop the throw. That's complete to Cobb. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 15-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 7. That one complete to Elliott. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. They had 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Flushed out right. He may try and run for this. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
We own it. We own it.
Now Elliott. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'd be interesting to see. Offensive lines had the...
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. From 6 yards away. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet.
Oh, Cohen lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On second down, it's Elliott, and he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
At the 16-yard line.
A reminder coming up at halftime, it's the season debut of the coach, Jonathan Coachman, in Orlando, as we look ahead to all the action coming up this opening weekend. And of course, we'll also take a look back at this first half. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
But you're going to tell me, good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Leonard Floyd, the old Georgia Bulldog, finding his way into the backfield.
Well, that's the second time he's been sacked so far in the first half. And if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
45, 45, 45, Mike, 45.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Prince Amukamara. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, what's the plan of attack here? Very late second quarter, and look where the ball is.
Yeah, bad spot for you. But the defense has all 3 timeouts. So what you're telling your team is ball security number 1. It's not all on the running backs if you decide to run the football. That offensive line has got to protect them and wedge out some space because you can't just kneel. They take 3 timeouts. They're going to get the ball back in good field position with a chance to put points on the board. You got to try and get a first down and run out this first half.
Hey, 1 set. Check. Mike, 54. 3 buzz. Switch.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. Byron Jones in there to make the tackle.
He wasn't ready.
And it's third down.
So we have reached halftime here in the Thursday night opener as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Coach. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This is fielded a couple yards deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the second half.
And everyone always asks about halftime adjustments, kind of the key phrase. What did you do at halftime? Well, the way they ran offense in the first half, I think they were very calm, congratulatory, but also what they were saying is don't expect them to be the same on defense. They'll be the ones making the adjustments. Let's see what they do, and we'll attack accordingly.
And we'll see how they attack here. Escaping the pressure right. Got his man there complete to Gallup. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
Back to throw here. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And finally down at the 36-yard line. Of course, they have the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. He'll drop to throw. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Eddie Goldman with a sack. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. That second down run, a big help as 7 yards leaves him with just a 3rd and 3 now.
That's a gain of 7.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced a ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Second and 2. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. You got a young quarterback. Maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that, because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide-open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
But that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the first down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
And on 3rd down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. So unable to convert for the touchdown inside the red zone, but they do come away with 3.
Yeah, it's a 32-yarder. That's essentially an extra point nowadays, right? Because it's 33 as a general rule for these guys. So it should be a simple kick. But you know what's really strange nowadays? When they miss an extra point, I think they carry that with them longer than missing a field goal, because an extra point's supposed to be automatic.
Absolutely, and I would think even field goals inside of 30 yards, even though they're substantially shorter than a PAT, it just has a different feel, doesn't it?
A different feel, a different vibe. That's what I get from all the kickers I talk to. They always say, if I miss an extra point, that's the one that bothers me more.
Flush to his right, and seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Here we go. Check. Ball.
They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
180! March by 4. Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go. Right there. 54. Right there. 54.
Trubisky will throw. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Well, instead of 4th down after the incompletion, it'll be 1st down, roughing the passer.
Coaches love their defenses to be aggressive, but they want them to be smart as well. Have to leave the quarterback alone at a certain point.
Off the toss, Cohen. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Hey, Alpha!
From the 44, Trubisky. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass.
44's the mic. 44's the mic. Hey, ball.
Here's Trubisky. He's going to dump that off to his running back, Cohen. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 42. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. First and 10.
Hey, alert 3.
First down, a run with Cohen. Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the third.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid game. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Check motion. Ran, up. 6 guys. Check 6. Boom.
They try again with Cohen. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Here's Trubisky to throw. Finding Gabriel, complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. First down for the Bears, a gain of 15.
All right, let's just go ahead and walk through this one pretty easily, right? Blast off the line of scrimmage, get downfield to a certain point, usually around 8 to 10 yards, turn around and make sure the quarterback sees your numbers and set yourself up for the pass.
A well-executed curl route by Charles Davis.
Watch QB drop. Hey, Charlie. We got 25 the mic. Ready? Hey, 25. Ran. 25 the mic. Hey, man.
On first and 10, it's Trubisky. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. Second down.
Incomplete. Brings up second and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Now, this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Drop deep.
Again on second and 10, it's Trubisky. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time is now run out on this third quarter of play. Back now in Arlington. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. The Bears on third down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This is third and 10.
Alert.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Bears on third down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This is third and 10.
18. 44's the mic. 44's. Hey, wahoo. Go. 44's the mic. 44's mic. Check. Hey.
Trubisky to throw again. Steps away to his left. And an alley to run. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. It's 1st and 10 from the 12.
Mike 54. Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. Let me what you got.
From the shotgun is Trubisky. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off down near the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. Oh, Elliott going to be hit. He coughs it up. Loose football. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
2nd and goal at the 4-yard line.
Now this time he'll look to throw. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Khalil Mack, his 2nd sack of the night.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
A big play to start the drive got him in this position, but this defense has held firm since, and now it's 3rd and goal.
Hayward. 45's the mic. Nice, sweetheart.
They're going to look to throw. Being chased out left. And that is incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow them to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let them get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. The kick by Marr is good. But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
At the 29-yard line.
Hey, exit. 44's the mic. It's been a long day for you. 44's the mic. 44's mic. Check. 3 buzz. Check 31.
Again, it's Cohen. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
44 is the mic. 44 is the mic. Switch up, switch up.
On 3rd and 1, it's Trubisky. And Robinson with a big catch. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down. Trubisky now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Now Trubisky to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off Byron Jones. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at their 49-yard line.
Again, it's Elliott. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And down to the 27-yard line. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here. 1st and 10. Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. 7 yards to pick up on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. That one looks like he'll throw here. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. He's going to be stopped here with a penalty marker on the field. I'm not sure what this is about. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard, inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
I can't believe they even let you play. Alert, 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 alert. He's crossing. He's checking crap.
Trubisky gives to Cohen. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. This run defense has been pretty stout all game long. Now you're here in the 4th quarter. Let's rely more on the passing attack.
I don't think you have any choice, and I don't think you have to dress it up at all either. Throughout the first 3 quarters, you're still trying to convince the defense that you may run the football. That's out the window right now. Protect, let your quarterback operate, and try and find some targets in the open field downfield.
And to the 46 he goes and no further, so he is well short of the first down marker. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. He finds Robinson. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Trubisky now just 5 of 16 throwing the ball, but he's got a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Trubisky. Flushed out right. He's going to let it fly. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. He was trying to find Anthony Miller there, and that'll bring up 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. 44 is the mic. 44 is Mike. Check. Hey, let's get some pressure.
One last shot for Trubisky. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. Well, my friend, for the players, it's good for them to get that first game under their belts. For you and I, that first Thursday night game, also good for us to get that under our belts, wasn't it?
It was no longer preseason. We were into the regular season, the first game of the year. And, you know, all eyes were watching this when everyone was excited that football was back.
And it's just special. You could just feel it. It's so good to have the pigskin back out there. It'll be crisp fall weather before we know it.
You got that right, but I love the build-up to it, right? All day long anticipating it, and then we got here and we saw a game, the first game of the year. Let's keep going.
So for the Cowboys, they begin the new campaign with a victory here in front.